When we look at Iran, we see an accelerating nuclear program, an expanding ballistic missile program, Iran being the first spacefaring nation of the 21st century, and wholesale disregard for human rights. I read with interest Attorney General Holder's announcement on this plot, and would note page 12 of the complaint from the Justice Department, which reads, "If not, restaurant, hit it. It's okay," by which I understand Arabsiyar meant that if confidential source one could not assassinate the ambassador outside the restaurant, he should hit or bomb the restaurant. In response, confidential source one then noted that there were from 100 to 150 people in the restaurant and buildings on the side, and senators, U.S. senators, dined there, all of which Absiar dismissed as no problem and no big deal, meaning the potential for such casualties should not dissuade confidential source one from killing the ambassador. I note David Cohen, I respect very much his work, designated Suleiman the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps. It doesn't almost get any higher than that for the government of Iran seeking to kill American citizens on top of foreign targets that we see. Earlier this summer, Senator Schumer and I bonded together 92 senators. It doesn't even get more unified than that on bipartisan cooperation in this chamber to call for the United States to collapse the central bank of Iran, the paymaster and a financial source of funding for the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps and for the MOIS, the Intelligence Service of Iran. And since you've now publicly identified the leaders of those organizations as a sanctionable activity, I think it's necessary now to cut off their funding source. It should be the policy, as this letter outlines in overwhelming bipartisan terms, to collapse the currency of Iran. I am worried that there is some talk inside the administration, not David, but others, who said that we should have a multilateral limit on our policy. But this was not a multilateral attack on the United States. It was an attack by the government of Iran on the people of the United States. And so the United States should act unilaterally when necessary and multilaterally when possibly. But this was in no means a multilateral attack on the United States. We should accelerate the current designations under the law, and specifically we should reference the August 3rd Government Accountability Office report, which designated 14 companies as continuing to conduct activities in Iran in potential violation of U.S. law, including the China National Offshore Oil Corporation, the China National Petroleum Corporation, Sinopec of China, Dalian of South Korea, Edison of Italy, Hyundai Heavy Industries of South Korea, INA of Croatia, the Indian Oil Corporation Limited, the Natural Gas Corporation of India, Oil India Limited, OMV Austria, ONGC Videsh Limited from India, Sasol of South Africa, and Sanganal of Angola. I would hope that you would make the commitment to investigate these entities as clearly identified by the Government Accountability Office. Also, I think we need to accelerate sanctions with regard to individuals who are systemic abusers of human rights, including first and foremost the President of Iran, Ahmadinejad, and especially his Chief of Staff, Isfandiar Rahim Masahi. Under Executive Order 13553, the Obama administration has so far designated only 11 Iranian officials for human rights violations since September 2010. In comparison, the European Union has designated 61 such individuals as systemic violators of human rights, including 29 additional ones on October 5th. There are over 100 members of the Baha'i community now imprisoned in Iran, including 7 Baha'i members called the Yaran, imprisoned since 2008. And just this week, Iranian actress Mazari Famahir was sentenced to not just a year in jail, but 90 lashes because of her appearance in an Australian film without the covering of headgear. I think as we see the struggle of the Iranian people for their human rights, we need to remember that there were many people, especially in the State Department, that wanted to pull back on fundamental U.S. values with regard to the refuseniks of the Soviet Union. Luckily, President Reagan did not. In fact, he reached out to them. And it was one of our proudest moments where the refuseniks survived the Soviet Union and it collapsed. It should be our objective here. So I commend you, Mr. Chairman, for holding the hearing and look forward to the questions.